out there and get down. And the number one to anybody out there, it's the mental health aspect.
Amen.
It's the mental health aspect, and this hits too close to home for a lot of people. Obviously, the brotherhood of the NHL, and yes, I'll say it. Claude Lemieux was the one person, and we saw how I dealt with him, and you said it last night poignantly on Fox 2, right? Is the fact of getting the revenge and galvanizing the team and stuff like that. The hockey incident itself, the hit from behind Chris Draper and doing that is one thing. The one thing you missed, or the reality of everything else, was in life and in sports, bad things happen. You can't lose respect for a fellow human. And the fact Claude Lemieux did not apologize, right, to Chris Draper for the actions which led to the March 26th, which led to the beatdown, which led, we know what has happened from there. But the story here is the gravity of growth. And I'm a guy that's asked for redemption in a lot of ways in my life, and trying to prove that some of the things I've done in the past isn't who I am today. Well, Claude Lemieux is the one person in life that has proven to me that the guy on the ice wasn't the guy off the ice. And he was loved very much. And it's just the best way for me to describe my feelings and whatever else, it's just very sad. I'm very sad. Now, for everybody who's reached out to me, including, all my former teammates and all my former guys that I fought, and everybody just checking in to see friends, I'm good. Like I was telling my kids that, it's like it's just very, very sad. It's very heartbreaking, but it goes to that people that are struggling out there. It doesn't matter if you're a former player or anything like that. So that's my initial thoughts of that. It's just a sad day, but it just goes to show you never know what somebody else is going through. And we just mentioned this because you texted me the other day, right? Sean's beloved Montreal Canadiens, and who gets to come out for the torch for game 3 or 4 or whatever was Claude Lemieux, and you sent me that. And what did I text back? Couldn't be happier.
Yep.
Couldn't be prouder.
True story.
He deserves sort of these flowers for what he's done. And it's because the man, right? I mourn the man, not the player, right? Because the player, I still kick your ass today, right? But the man is something that he tried, and he made an effort, and by the end, and I'd say when we were doing the interviews and stuff, the reality of where he went wrong. Because I believe that back in 96, 97, he didn't think he did anything wrong.
Right.
And to understand the gravity of doing something wrong like that in the most hated person in all of sports. So just if you're the one thing I want to, and this is important, and I saw this online, right? Somebody said, well, you say to reach out to somebody or, but who do you reach out to? Well, this is where you yourself have to know self-awareness. Do you have a parachute contingency and plan with friends, with co-workers, with family? Maybe you don't, because it could be somebody you know or somebody you don't know, right? To reach out to a hotline or go to a meeting or just something like that. You just got to get it out of here so things like this happen. And I think moving forward, that's what we want. This is a terrible time for us and the alumni. He will be missed. He will be mourned. I think we were talking about stories from his former teammates, Chris Nyland, and I know Chris Chelios. Chris Chelios always told me, he said, he'd be like, you know what? If you actually know Claude, the person, he's a lot different. And, like Chelly's one of the same players that played up against the line, but is do everything for the boys. So to Claude's family, to friends, and everybody who's mourning right now, just in times like these, I just think that what can we learn, and don't let it be an example.
Darren, what's really weird about this, I was thinking about this from your perspective last night. Here's a kid that was born in Buckingham, Quebec. Here's a kid that was born in Leamington, Ontario. Okay? You guys are attached.
The synergies, and you can go watch the interview at the beginning that we did with Woodward Sports when Claude was in town, and Kurt David and stuff like this. Go back and look at the interview. And the parallels between how we grew up, our families, like the hard work, the family business, all this stuff is right there. It's like he's the the black knight and I'm the white knight, right? It's the old adage. So when you lose, I get it when you sort of lose that guy, and as my hockey identity, a lot of the ways is surrounded around this guy. If he's not that stupid and disrespectful, then are we, almost 30 years later, still talking about the fight and when it comes up and you see the highlights and we all know what it is. I was just in Western Canada last week and I'll be in Eastern Canada next week and stuff like this. And we'll talk about it. So, yeah, that's, I guess, on a bigger thing, it's just sort of like it ends sort of a chapter. I'd look forward to, and it's where we've grown to. And I said it, I tweeted this out. I said, here's my stance on Claude Lemieux. If you're on the ice with him today and you turn your back, you, my friend, are an idiot. But off the ice, I will turn my back. And that means, looking forward, we were supposed to go golf later in the summer and do all these stuff that would never be done. So just if you, any compassion at all, just say a prayer for his family and for his kids and his wife and stuff like that.
Darren McCarty stopping by here, obviously, with the news of Claude Lemieux's passing yesterday, suicide, and we've been talking about it. And, D-Mac, you said it very, very well, and we always say this, right? Like, I don't know what to do with it. And you look at, like, some of our partners here at Woodward, Pure Psychiatry and stuff like that. There are avenues, and it does help to talk to people. It does, just to be able to vent, just to be able to tell the story so the pressure doesn't build up and all that stuff. And I'm not a psychiatrist.
Well, here's the addict,
at all.
Here's the addict's mind, Neil, to whatever else, and this is where it goes, right? Is that when you feel isolated and alone and you're the only one in this planet that bad stuff happens or these things and it can't get better. So the whole reason to talk to somebody or write it down or do whatever is to get it out of here. Take your perspective. I mean, what's the worst case? You could be right, but at least go to people or get it out or reach out in some sort of way. Everybody's different. There's no perfect way. There's no perfect answer. It's just making that attempt so that, because this, right, you don't get to come back from this.
No.
One bad decision, one quick moment. So that's what you're taking away from. And trust me, I know that we all, sort of have moments like this, and it's just something that how can we prevent this happening to the next person?
The one thing is you get older in life, you get perspective. And a lot of times you look at a human being and they look happy. And you brought up Monday night. He looked happy. He was back with guys that he won a Stanley Cup with when we were kids. You and I were talking about it, sitting there with our fathers watching games like so many other kids did. And you see these pictures, and it's just a subtle reminder that what the facade isn't always what's going on behind the curtains. And he put up the brave face, and he was smiling and taking pictures with everybody. And it just reminds you, Darren, as I've gotten older, I try so hard to be this way. You don't know what people are going through. No. You just don't know what people are going through.
That's what they say, be kind.
Yep.
Because you just don't know. And even in the, we've seen this. I mean, he's another one that you can put on the list of, sort of gone too soon. And whether it's athletes or celebrities or people that that you'd be like, oh man, I never knew. That's always a tough part because men, so to speak, that's to show vulnerabilities to be soft, and I think that in today's day and age, screw that, right? To me, to show vulnerability shows strength, right? To move on from it. So, yeah, I mean. Still, it just, like I said, it's just sad.
In the chat, jump into the Woodward Sports chat. By the way, if you want to skip the line, you can use the super chat. Dante 151. If you're in a dark place, please seek help. No one deserves to be in a dark place. And we'll talk about that coming up more in just a couple of minutes. Motor City Patriot, I was waiting for you guys all morning since 2:30 a.m. when I got to work. Claude was an absolute competitor. Rest in peace and prayers to his family. Greg Thomas, thanks for coming in this morning. D-Mac, D-Mac, thank you, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Steve O'Baby, it goes to show that you can turn your enemy into your friend. D-Mac, was there that kind of element going back to being a child where you remember, like, you would get in a fight, even your brother or whatever, like, you would get in a fight with, and then you're able to, like, turn that around?
Yeah, but this one was different, right? I hated this man.
Right.
But, for years and years, and there's an interview, and it's off the record, Michael Landsberg, and I don't know what year it is. It might
Probably 2010, I'd say.
11. So
Yeah.
then it was 11, right? First time Claude and I ever sat down. Now, here's the thing. I'm in the throes of my addiction, right? It's the day after St. Patty's Day. I got to drive 4 hours to Toronto for this interview. I am not happy, right? And you can see it, but that's where the authenticity and the genuineness of Claude Lemieux, him being him, and he has stood in front of you. Everybody knows. I mean, first time we signed autographs, we signed like 1,500 autographs at Gibraltar. That he sat there and he signed the turtle and stuff like this. He embraced it. Anybody who'd seen him, been around, I posted some clips. I mean, I posted one on Instagram yesterday where I got, like, who would have thought that I'm celebrating, I have my first 50th birthday cake and I'm celebrating it with Claude Lemieux and Adam Foote. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the irony of it. So I think that the biggest thing is that, yes, you can go from enemies to friends if there's a respect that's earned, right? But this guy's the one that had to earn my biggest respect because this is the one person I wanted off the planet.
Right.
And I'm not built like that. I'm built to beat you to a pulp and make you survive, to make you think about what you've done, right?
Well,
not to take you out, but I had no use for him. But the human being, I did.
Tammy Chin in the chat. I'm so sorry for your loss, Darren, but your words are well noted. He was so kind off the ice. And
So there's one. There's a day one Tammy Chin who knows we're big into the autographs and the scene and stuff like that. And that's the thing, is that all the Red Wings fans that have done that is the respect that he showed and understood. And when he knew what he was done wrong or what it was wrong, like he could own it. Now, to that fact is I still don't think Drapes ever forgave him, and he didn't have to. For the fact, if you're going to apologize for doing something bad, you do it immediately. You don't wait till you get the brakes beat off you and all the rest of it, right? So, to everybody who's wondered, like, Drapes is sad too. This is sad for all of us. We never, you don't want this to happen, and moving forward, obviously, sort of the elephant in the room is like, Claude Lemieux was a huge agent, agent of our guy Mo Sider and stuff. Like, what happens to all his guys, and what does this mean? So there's always a trickle down effect, and it's to everybody who's left behind.
Neil, if you're not aware of this, and Darren, I'm not even sure you're aware of this, the hit on Chris Draper, 30 years ago today.
Yeah.
30 years
I
ago
just saw
today.
that in the chat.
No
Literally just now.
Isn't that weird? 30 years ago today. It's one of those moments, and as I said earlier, Darren, whether you like it or you guys are attached at the hip
100%.
Forever.
for the ages.
Yeah, I like
long
it.
after you're gone, and hopefully you're with us another 50 years, but long after you're gone, you guys are attached at the hip forever.
100%.
Woodward Sports Super Chat, Chris Putnam. Claude was the kind of guy you hated unless he's on your team. He was the NHL version of Bill Lambier. You get that equivalent, D-Mac?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, I never played with him, but you could tell that that's sort of just from hearing everybody, and that's the way sort of it was.
Wayne Gretzky, of all people,
that's
used to speak that up.
Listen, that's when Gratz is like E.F. Hutton back in the day, like when people talk, when Gratz talks, people listen, but like he doesn't. He's a great test of character, and if Wayne Gretzky likes you, he likes me, so that's good.
That's good. That is good. Mike Willett in the Super Chat. Good morning, D-Mac and friends. Best wishes to Claude's family and friends as they navigate the difficult days ahead. And I know, you got a ton of ish going on today, man, and we apprete you stopping by to talk about it here.
I wanted to get my thoughts out here, so anybody who wants to retweet it can show that, like, this, we're here. This is one of the things with Woodward, and because, when Claude came to town, we're coming on 30, so 5 years ago, right at sort of the beginning when he was in here, and we did the interviews and we talked about it and stuff like that. So a little bit of a way for all of us to pay tribute, and for people who knew the man, it's a sad day.
No question about it. But yeah, D-Mac, certainly we appreciate you stopping by. Sean, we're gonna tell about pure psychiatry. I think it's kind of fitting in a moment. But I will say this, D-Mac, because of what you said about, like, and this is you talking. You're like the manly, the macho, all that kind of stuff. And like I'll say it, like, I had a time, like, in my life where I went to talk to somebody, like every other week or stuff like that, and like I did that and it made me feel good.
Yeah.
Like just to like be
So
hurt.
you're
you know
not
what I'm saying?
alone. You're not alone. That you're not like crazy. That you have same sort of similar thoughts to whatever else.
And
because
it never in my mind like got to that level, but it did feel good to be heard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like it's not a bad thing. I'm not weak. You know, if you go do it, you're not weak. All that stuff. Like, hey man, this is a more busy time than any other time in human history. Like it is. All the stuff that goes on in all of our lives all the time, man. Like nobody can tell you about how it was 30 years ago because that's not today.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just I just wanted to put that out there, D-Mac, that because you talked about it and you are like the man's man, right?
Absolutely.
But you
It's
relate.
Strength to show vulnerability. Don't be afraid. That's what
absolutely.
changed. And you know what? It'll be the old adage. You might actually meet somebody in yourself.
There you go, my friend. But again, D-Mac, thank you, brother. I know
Right.
you're super busy.
Appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Enjoy Bourbon Friday, boys.
Yes, of
And
course.
I will see everybody this afternoon on the Braylon Edwards show. We're doing a live remote, so I will be on site. So
2 to 4.
thank you, all you Big D.
that was a good one. Sean, I think it is a good time to tell them about
It
pure
is,
psychiatry.
and you know, one of the things, Neil, to piggyback on what you said, I think we're in the process, and this is a good thing, of we're stopping the stigma. We're stopping the stigma. There is a stigma. You're weak. Oh my gosh, you're supposed to be a man. Rub some dirt on it. All that stuff. No, sometimes real life is not always easy, and that's why we want you to know, and Darren did such a good job of it here on this sad day, of letting you know at Woodward Sports you're never ever alone, and neither is your mental health journey. Pure Psychiatry provides personalized psychiatric care designed specifically for you. It's not that cookie cutter thing, okay? It worked for Neil, it worked for Mac, it worked for KG, it worked for her, it worked for him. No. They're going to get to the root and find out what works specifically for you. 16 locations in Michigan, 2 in Ohio. They make getting help accessible and comfortable. If you have been thinking about taking that first step, please, by all means, do it. There it is on your screen, PurePsychMI.com. That's PurePsychMI.com.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that. Don't just survive, thrive.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports. The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
You know, rule here for Planet Fitness, over 50 Metro Detroit Planet Fitness locations, so there's one near you. As a matter of fact, go in there, get your work in, get a shower, get on about your day. because they're everywhere. They fit into your schedule. I have a date with it coming up just a little, about the mid-afternoon. I'll be rolling over to Planet Fitness over in Troy, as a matter of fact. Tons of weights, tons of cardio equipment, whatever your jam is when you're working out. If it's weights, if it's cardio, if it's stretching, core, all that stuff. There's dedicated avenues for you to get it done at Planet Fitness. The best gym in the gym game. I'll never be a member of another gym. PlanetFitness.com. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights. All right, everybody, back at it. Big D.
You got to understand, this is a psychological thing where they had our number. We were their bitches, man.
I was ready. I was ready for anybody that night. I was not ready here.
And the puck dropped, and this is how I didn't know. I looked, because Drapes wins it. I look, and bam, he blasts me. And I remember thinking, okay, we're going to fight.
And, I didn't feel good about doing that, sitting back and thinking about it, but I did it. That's how crazy it was.
I had to revert to your tactics and be dirty and slam your head against the boards. Yeah. And then I threw the knee.
It was the knee.
The head first, and then
I saw
the knee.
this, and I said to myself, I think he need me. That's how I got cut.
You still got
he
a bump,
need
right?
me.
Is that...
All right, back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Sean, Belizean, KG, Young Joey here in the building as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat, I appreciate all your interaction. Big shout out to D-Mac for stopping by as well. Rad Dad Scott, as someone who lost my mom due to suicide, I really feel for Claude's family. It's the absolute worst feeling in the world. And Sean, the overriding thing is, you talked about Peer Psychiatry and their partner here at Woodward. We talk about the avenues that are available to you. But what D-Mac said, man, and I had a kid I worked with in high school. Good, friends, had a great time working together, all that kind of stuff. And then one day, same deal. He committed suicide. And, that was the day that I learned that lesson, where what D-Mac said, you never know what's going on inside somebody's. You just don't. And we can talk about all the, hey, man, you're my buddy, we're pals, and I'm just checking up on you. You can talk, and obviously you got to do that stuff, but, man, you don't. He was in Montreal 2 nights ago, man.
I talked to somebody, a former teammate, who was with him, and I asked him, I said, how was he? And he said, he was great. We were old friends. We were talking about the Stanley Cup that we won 40 years ago, and how was that 40 years ago, and things like that. And that's why I said some people can put up a facade. They can put up that the
we all
exterior.
can.
We all can. No doubt. But you don't know what's going on behind those curtains, and I think that's.
But you got to be willing to lift that curtain.
That's the biggest thing, because I think. And as I've gotten older, I'll be perfectly blunt with you. I would get mad when something like this happened.
Yeah.
I would get, you son of a bitch, look what you did to your family. Look what you did to us. Look what you did to your friends, your teammates, et cetera, et cetera. And as you get older, becomes perspective. It's not like that. Their brain isn't working that way. It is not working that way. You can't think about us. You have to think about him. And,
right.
And I think that was kind of the gist of what I got in talking to one of his former teammates. And you could see the picture all over social media. I mean, big smiles on their face. He looked healthy as an ox. He really did. He had a big smile on his face and everything. I would recommend, Neil, if you haven't seen it or people out there haven't seen it, and Mac made reference to it. We were talking about it before we all went on the air here. That interview, and you could probably find it from TSN, was so raw. And Darren even said to me, okay, that was the first time. So there was never a conversation between us. There was never, you can see in Darren's face, there were moments where I'm like, he's going across the table.
Right.
You know, it was like one of those old WWE motifs. You know what I mean? And for Michael Landisberg to do that, and Darren to drive all the way to Toronto, and Claude to come from wherever he was at the time to do that conversation was real. But there were things going on behind the scenes. And the one thing that blew my mind yesterday was all the people in Detroit that went to an event like that went to one of the many signings that Claude had here. And you know what they all said? What a nice guy.
Tammy Chin talked about, yeah.
What, like, it almost bothered me that he was such a, because you know what? We all expected from the villain.
Right.
Playing with this mustache and everything. Just a nice guy, and in his mind, he was doing what he felt was necessary to win a hockey game.
And Sean, like, I talk about this all the time, and every athlete I've talked to, I ask him this question. The place you have to go to step out on that ice in an NHL game where they are flying around that place, and their job is to get you out of the game. Like, make no mistake about it. That's like in the NFL. The defense's job is to take you out of the game to the point where you do not play anymore. However that happens, it happens. Like, that's the stuff you do in a hockey game, in a football game, would not be legal if you did it to somebody in the street. Like, that's just the way that you have to be, I don't want to say like mentally, you have to be mentally different to be able to, and it amazes me the way that the athletes compartmentalize that. Like, even through this, with what happened with Claude Lemieux and Draper and D-Mac ultimately, the way that athletes are able to compartmentalize what happens out there, what their job is, what their role is, what it takes to win a game, it'll never not amaze me. Never.
It was gross. It was a cheap shot. It was, I mean, that's why so many guys, like around the league, not just Red Wings, got mad at it. I think from Claude's perspective, and having had this conversation with him, that's the last thing in the world. He thought to himself, "Hey, I'm going to smash this guy's face."
Well, he said it in the video that we had on there.
Yeah,
he's like, I didn't mean for it to happen like that, but it did. Like,
it was a cheap shot, though, and
100%.
And you have to answer the bell for that. When you do something like that, you have to answer the bell, and obviously Darren made him answer the bell. And
D-Mac tells the story too about like the referee, because Claude talked about like getting kneed in the head, how stunned he was, because you don't do that in the hockey sport.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big code sport.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like the referee kind of looking.
Real.
Yeah.
Code is real.
The D-Mac talks about like the ref looking the other way. You know, like he goes, I know he saw it.
Yeah. Well, I think when you think about that night, one of the most interesting things. I mean, that's really
well. That tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, that's really one of the most amazing things. There's no doubt about that. But it's crazy because you can't help but be filled with all these memories of yesteryear. And for Darren, in the spring of 1986, he's 14 years old. A guy like me is 15 years old, and you're sitting in the front room watching the Stanley Cup playoffs, right? And you're watching this rookie be an absolute stud. And I said to Darren, that's got to be kind of weird because, about a decade later, you two, as we said, Neil, they're like this forever. Yeah. Whether Claude likes it, whether Darren likes it, that's inconsequential. They are like this forever. They are attached at the hip forever. And my goodness gracious, I there are still some moments where I look at a picture like this behind us, and I'm like, did that really happen? There's Darren McCarty and Claude Lemieux smiling and chumming it up and talking about things. But that's the reality of what's going on. But I'm so glad that you did it. I'm so glad that Darren did it. Let's not bury the lead here. The lead here is, what can we learn from this?
No doubt.
And what we can learn from this is please take mental health seriously. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. Really and truly, that's the kind of stuff that just breaks my heart.
Denver Blair, that man had kids and a wife. There's no way I could. And Denver Blair, like, look, I'm not condemning you for your words or piling on. Like, please understand. Like, you take time out of your morning to watch our show, so right away I like you. But I will say this. Denver, and this was something, D-Mac was pressed for time. I was going to bring it up, but it was too late in the game because D-Mac's got 100 things he's got to do. You boil this, and this is just me spitballing. This is you and I, two guys talking about this stuff, Sean. Like, that's what it is. Denver Blair, when you are in that position, here's what it boils down to. The decision to do that is better than the reality in your eyes at the time. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think so. Your heart, my heart was broken. I don't know if you remember his son, Brendan. And Brendan, I did OHL games. So yes. I saw Brendan. The first time I saw Brendan, I kid you not, Darren could tell you this. I texted Darren. And I said, oh, my gosh, it's like watching Claude. He had the hunched over skating like Claude. He played like Claude. It was, he wasn't as talented as Claude, but eventually he made it to the National Hockey League. And what broke my heart yesterday, and this is where I understand where you're coming from in a certain regard, Denver. His son posted something on Instagram yesterday, and it was a picture of Brendan, Claude, and his grandson, Claude's grandson. And he said, "Dad, I love you. I'll miss you. My son's favorite person is going to be watching us from overhead." And again, like, you can say that to a rational person. You can,
Correct. That's it.
You can say that. Look what you left behind. Oh my gosh, your grandson looks up to you, thinks the world of you. Okay, we're not dealing with rational people.
But in that moment, this was better than the alternative.
100%.
Like and I'm not saying that's. Again, guys, I'm just talking through it, because everybody wants to apply logic to shit that's illogical.
You can't do it. You can't do
Yeah.
it. And that's the thing that gets me. Things like that, because I think we all understand where you're coming from. Like, I'm not chastising you for that. Yeah, that's the initial gut reaction, especially you see a picture of him with his grandson and his son, but the brain's not wired that way. And we don't know what else was going on in life. And let's face it, as men, real talk, Neil, we're really hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
We are. I am. I'm incredibly hard on me. And we're not supposed to be that way.
Right.
We're not supposed to be that way. We're supposed to be big and tough and, oh my gosh, I've done this and I've done that. No, look, we all deal with things like that. And I'm not ashamed to say it. So there were probably things going on with Claude, I don't know, for a long time. I'm not a doctor, that maybe we just didn't think about.
And you got to think of, were there financial issues? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all the stuff that comes along with it. And like it's all speculation by a couple idiots on a microphone
100%.
right now. And that's what it is. So all right, let's take the break.
Yeah.
We can kind of wrap this up. Great thoughts in the chat, by the way, from everybody out there. Michael Montour, I was at the game Monday night, stood behind the crowd that was waiting for the torch carrier to walk by. Had no idea it would be him. When I saw my face, my first thought was of D-Mac. Somebody earlier talked about, they said thank you for D-Mac for writing the book, that it got him through a really difficult time. It's a great book, by the way.
Yeah.
Like D-Mac's
Phenomenal.
book, My Last Fight, is and it's timeless. Like, for real, it's timeless. So, it's certainly something that is worth the read, no doubt. Okay, I'm going to try. What do you have, KG? I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, I was gonna say Massage Chair House coming up. But.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do the attempt to do dumb 4-down Bourbon Friday
I
shit
know.
now.
Yeah.
Can I?
Oh, Varchaz, by the way. Yeah. They sent a
shout out.
gift for Sean with the rye whiskey. Shout out Rob.
Baby.
Yeah, shout out Rob Cotty. I went and picked it up for you. There you go.
I was going to open it. I'm not going to open it. This is mine. I'm going to.
That's a personal. I feel.
You got to have a little bit.
Maybe I'll have a little.
Okay.
Just a time.
I was going to steal some of yours, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
I'm
sure.
kind of a weasel like that.
Of
so
course.
This is my baby.
Tell them about Massage Chair House.
Yeah, so the weekend's coming up. You guys looking to get relaxed, then you've got to take your relaxation to the next level. You got to check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. They carry top brands like Infinity and Osaki, making it the go-to destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge wellness technology. Be sure to visit Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews, at the Wellness Doc on YouTube. Check him out. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
quite sure if they consume more beer or sports. Either way, the heavyweights are here. Live on Woodward Sports, daily 5 to 7 p.m. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hey, you know the crazy thing on a short week? I don't know if you guys are the same way. On a short week, you think to yourself, oh, no, it's a short week. No, I need more energy in the short week. I really do, because what happens over the long weekend is I actually catch up on sleep, which in turn makes you more tired, which in turn makes you reach for something natural, something wonderful, and something that, well, as they say, effing works. And I'm talking about Thrive Energy pouches. It's not your daddy's dip. Tobacco-free, nicotine-free, mental power, has 300 milligrams of clean, smart caffeine. You're not going to get the jitters, no sugar crash, zero bloating. Of course, you can go to dipstop.com. Now, I would recommend going to dipstop.com. Why? Because if you use promo code WSN, you get 15% off your entire order. You can also find it at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Give it a try. Thrive. Clean energy, mental powerhouse, zero distractions. Yeah, that stuff effing works.
All right, everybody. Neil Rule here for Art and Jake. 6 Metro Detroit locations, an elite menu, elite sports bar setup, incredible television views, no matter where you sit in that place, man. And they're always cracking every single night when there's big sports events. Get on out there. They do the UFC. They do all of it out there for you guys. Download the app. Get in the Art and Jake's fan club. And guys, like, look, man, I'm telling you about a place I go to, right? Like, I get done playing golf up on my house. I go to the one in Washington Township, the one in Shelby Township. I don't know what else to say, guys. I really like going there. You will, too. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting, a fine dining flavor. All right, everybody, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. A very heavy start to the show here on a Friday. We're going to do the frivolity. Sean caved and poured some of the Varchaz rye, so shout out again to rye.
Dude. This is, everybody's got their thing, right? I'm a rye guy. I like rye.
Yep, I'm the bourbon team, all of that stuff. Freddie Felt's hanging out in the studio
Shout
today.
out Freddie,
where'd Freddie
Shout
go?
out Freddie. I don't know where he went. He brought me a gift, and I don't like the way that it's wrapped.
I love the way that it's wrapped. I hope
you?
it is what I think it is.
Okay, well, hey, we have a Howell Highlander 4-down coming up.
We do it. You go get your shit off.
Me?
Yeah,
Sean wore the hat.
He
I got my Howell Highlander
He only
hat.
did it because you told him. So, yeah, you going to get your shit off.
Hey, listen, shout out to one of my old buddies, Coach Robertson, and the Howell Highlander hockey team, all right?
Howell Highlander.
Hey, I can respect the fact you have connections there, Sean.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
And they're not the connections that you think, KG.
Well, I know you're not on that side. That was a black hat you brought in.
You're one of the good ones.
Yeah, you brought in a black hat,
good
so I feel safe. As long as it wasn't a white hood, we're all good.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, so we have a Howell Highlander just for fun. We're gonna do that one at the end.
It's actually a pretty good 4-down.
It is a 4-down.
It's really good.
I was impressed.
I didn't know what to put in there. I'm sitting at home last night going, why is this homework?
I was shocked
didn't
at
know
how
what to
good it
do.
was. I'm like, oh, wow.
We have a sports business one for KG.
Shout out.
We will get to that one. We have Lions, Tigers. Sean has a hockey one as well. You guys just want to start with the Lions?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what we
let's
should
do it.
do.
Let's
All
do it.
right,
do it.
Let's go, everybody.
Young Joey, you on the spot?
Yep.
Dark Cash. I don't know, KG. Those kinds of hats can be black, too.
Oh, well, I guess you're right. I ain't consider that. I guess you're right. Go ahead, Joey.
Dark.
All
All right,
right.
Joey. Lions 4-down.
First down of the 4-down Lions segment. OTAs start Wednesday. You gonna be mad when someone important doesn't show up?
I hope not.
No, we still doing that? People still do that?
KG. Drew Petzing's here now. You got to get in and get reps
I
for the
hate
new
that shit.
offense.
That's the same as, you got a podcast. You should be on the Jugs machine all the time. I don't want to hear that shit.
That's why I wanted, that. Hey, great question, Joey. That's why I'm glad that we're talking about that right now, because I'm cutting that shit off right now. Because it starts Wednesday.
Please
I don't
do.
want to hear that shit. This is collectively bargained, everybody. All right? Do you show up to your job on a Saturday for extra reps? No, you don't. So just let's cut the shit.
We
everybody.
are,
Right.
and besides, let's be honest, and this is one of the good things about being in the position that we're in. We've graduated. There's no reason to think about things like that anymore. There just isn't.
But, Sean, we got a new OC. Aren't you going to get reps?
They got plenty of
Do you
time.
know, we're not that far away from Jared Goff should play one series, and that makes all the difference in the world in the series. We're not that far away from that.
Hey, starters playing the
that
preseason
time,
this year.
I know that, but that one time that he hands the ball off, that's the difference between 12 wins and 10 wins. You can't tell me otherwise.
Can't deny it.
All right, second down. This goes right into it perfectly. Drew Petzing, yay or nay? Put it on wax.
Yay.
Okay.
Yay.
KG is yay. Sean?
Because of the weapons that he has, a coach is oftentimes only as good as what he has around him. And I will say, yay.
Yes, because I like the 13 personnel.
Yeah.
I like that they're good. It seems like they're going to get back to the roots.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
push people this way and push people that way. Yeah, that
And
way.
I feel better that Mike Kafka's in the room as well, kind of helping him in the passing game department, because that seemed to be a weak spot of Drew Petzing. But with those two working together, I don't see why this offense can't get back to
Personnel wins, talent wins. I don't care what anybody says. I really mean that.
Sean, am I crazy? Rob Coddington, I show up on Saturdays for extra shifts. That's different. Or you're bottling bourbon and rye whiskey. No, but
Can I
Sean,
show up too?
Yeah. No, but Sean, am I making too much of that? Am I getting too excited over something that's not going to – like the 13 personnel thing, it warms my heart.
It's a big deal.
I want to start smashing – but it's not like a – I understand the nuances. It's not like a smash mouth offense because there's, multiple tight ends and stuff like that. You have looks that you can do out of it. Because of what you said, the personnel, it excites me because of all the regular traditional shit you can do, like smash someone in the mouth, or you can do some chicanery to it too.
And Neil is Ben Johnson-esque. Like, it's not exactly Ben Johnson, but he runs the same type of offense.
Hey, and let's get back to this, because I'm sorry, I'm a personnel guy. I really like our offensive line compared to last year's offensive line.
Yeah.
And to anybody that watched this network, don't think I'm just saying this a year later. I was terrified of last year's offensive line the second that Frank Ragnow announced he was retiring.
Correct.
Literally the second. So, yes, with the personnel. Yes, with a different vibe and a different look on things. Yes, I'm in. I'm in, Joey.
I'm in with the adding of Tyler Conklin and the more tight end sets. I know that's more kind of Dan Campbell's thing, but I think Petzing will play into that as well. And then Petzing's he's got that top 10 offense with the run game. And we got Pacheco here, too.
He did it with the Cardinals, man.
Yeah, he did it with the
people
Cardinals.
forget
His
that.
rush numbers with the Cardinals are
People
really
don't
good.
realize how good of a signing Pacheco was. No one really talks about that as much. In my
I'll get back to you on that.
All right.
I'll get back to you.
Third down here. Will Blake Miller start week 1?
He better.
Yes.
He has to.
He better.
They can't do that Borum stuff.
Nah,
Hey,
bro.
like for real.
Something went wrong if he's not starting.
Yep.
For real.
Correct.
Like I get the, we're gonna warm him into the. No, that means he can't play.
Yeah.
Like let's just.
He's a
cut.
first round.
I often go back to the superlatives that people throw out there when a guy is drafted. This is the most NFL-ready guy. All those things that you heard.
Highest
Brad talk-
floor.
Right.
Facts.
Okay. You're in. Plug and play.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
And you don't draft offensive lineman in the first round to sit him.
Correct.
He's a day one plug in and go type player.
Amen.
And that the next time I want to hear about like Blake Miller is we did his extension.
Yeah, right. I don't want to hear nothing else about
4
it.
years.
Right.
Hey, Blake Miller, I'm glad you're here, brother. We'll talk to you in 4 years.
We can throw that crap out there about the guy taken in the 5th round or the 6th round. He's the project and everything. No, you go where that young man goes. You better be a plug and play guy immediately.
Am I irrationally excited? And like, look, I'm king I'm king talking about the fact we have to hit like a 3-leg parlay to win, right?
Yeah,
like
the
I
rookie
lay that
parlay,
out.
yeah.
Like rookie parlays to win.
Yeah.
Am I irrationally excited about the thought of Blake Miller and going back to what I just talked about? Blake Miller, Penei Sewell. We don't have to talk about the tackle position for 5 years.
Yeah.
For 5 years.
Nah, I do want to
Pretty neat.
state for the fact there probably will be some growing pains. Like every game may not look
Oh,
pretty.
of course.
We just got to ride the wave. That's
and
all.
he's going to face elite talent. This is the NFL, bro. The bad teams have good players.
Can I take it a step further, if I may, and add to it? I will throw the center position as well. You have a veteran who's probably smiling like the butcher's dog that he is working with a line that has the pieces that you just spoke of. And that's, I mean, to me, you can't put a price tag on that. All of a sudden now, questions that we had last year have been answered. Now, like everything else in KG, I think this is what you were hinting at. There's going to be some time to gel. It doesn't, you just don't throw the guys on the field and voila, everything's great. Let's give it a few weeks. I think we're going to go back to having conversations like we did 2 years ago about this line being a top 5 line.
I hope so.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Derek Harp, Blake Miller will start and Easy will buy me 10 coffees.
The easy bet that he was
I don't know. Yeah. Heavyweights 5-7. Shout out.
Shout out, man. That's crazy.
You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like an emotional bet to me.
Yeah. Like,
Easy's a smarter human being than that. And I say that with respect,
Well,
Easy.
Sean, what's rational or not emotional about a, quote, 10 coffee bet? Nobody bets 10 coffees.
except you.
No, I only bet one.
No, but you bet my 9 coffees to your one.
we're all
and Marcus
guilty.
Davenport will be back on this team.
We're all guilty. Sometimes you get, oh, yeah, I'll show you. You know, okay.
I'm getting a 10-to-1 return.
I get that, and you'll never see it, but it's okay.
Okay.
Marcus Davenport's not
To
coming
quote
back.
the great Justin Bieber, never say never.
All right. Yeah, all right. We'll see.
Next down.
All right, 4th down of the Lions segment here on 4 Down Friday. The Athletics said their favorite offseason move by the Lions was making outside hires to lead the offensive staff. What was your favorite offseason move by the Lions?
Huh.
Cade Mays.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That one's up there. Not raising ticket prices.
Facts.
But you know,
How you gonna raise ticket prices when you didn't make the playoffs, though?
Ask the Tigers.
well, hold
Yeah,
on.
well, yeah, good point. Touche, Sean. Touche.
Don't throw it yet.
Touche.
We haven't gotten to this Tiger segment.
You know I do this on occasion, right?
Yeah, yep.
You know why they didn't raise ticket prices, right? You know why?
Why?
Because they lost a home game to Germany, and that was their rationale.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Okay.
You paid for it,
Yeah.
but they didn't raise it.
Uh-huh.
That's how they get you.
I never get mad about the
No.
ticket price thing. I don't like.
Yeah, I'm just not going to
Supply and
games
demand.
anymore. It's unfortunate, but
I don't either, KG. Like, for real, like, I don't either.
yeah. I'm going to miss it, though. I do love going to Lions games, but
I like going to second best and hanging out with my friend Sean Belesian.
I agree with that. I do enjoy the pregame show.
Yeah.
Guys, Neil, I've said this 10,000 times to KG. The novelty of it has worn off. I forgot how cool it is to stay at a place like Second Best or stay down my basement. Honestly, I forgot. Honestly.
4K.
And please consider the source. I spent years of my life in that place. So to come home and sit on the couch again is awesome. I don't have anything to do. All I have to do is run to my smoker and get some ribs off for my friends. Sign me up. So I don't. You could legitimately, and I mean no disrespect to you guys. Neil, you could call
But
me.
here comes some disrespect.
Yeah, it's coming. You could call me in the first week of December and say, boys, I got 4 tickets, prime tickets. Joey, KG, Sean.
Show outing, Sean. Let's go.
No way.
No way.
I'm not going. Do you know what my counter offer would be? How about you come to my house? I'll cook for you all. I'll give you better food, and we can sit on my couch.
All right, cool.
good.
I'll sell them tickets.
Yeah, sound good to me.
I'll
Make
sell
some
them
money.
tickets and I'll get an Uber to go
Yeah.
to. I'll take the $130 Uber
Right.
to go from Washington Township to Novi.
You get
or
the extra Uber for
or-
no reason. he got the luxury
Black
Uber.
car.
I don't miss it. I don't miss it. And so I get your thing, KG. They have priced people out, but I'm not privy to that conversation because you could give me free tickets. I'm not going.
Nah, understandable.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Let's see here. I did the Mike Willett, right? Good morning, DMAC and friends. Best wishes to Claude's family and friends as they navigate the difficult days ahead.
sir.
Yeah, okay. Randall Smalls. I never got the address to the studio. Reach out, Randall. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, Mike Willett.
Don't leave, man.
Yeah. Mike Willett in the super chat. This might be too soon to discuss, but how do we feel about celebrating March 26, 97 and calling it Turtle Day now these days? I don't know. That's a good question. I'll get back to you on March 26th.
Right.
Do you know what I think Claude would say? He'd get that shit-eating grin and have fun with it.
I didn't even notice it until you just said it.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's got his shit. He knows what he's doing. That's been his MO his entire career.
Oh, yeah.
I think Claude would get a shit-eating grin and smile and say, I understand it, you know?
Paul Dvorsky was like the doctor in the musical Hamilton. He turned his back to the kneeing action, so he had plausible deniability at the duel. Mike, DMAC told me that.
Really?
Yeah, like he said, he goes, I know Dvorsky saw it, but he didn't see it. Yeah, that
Turned
was
his back on
and
purpose.
I'm not. That's not a direct quote.
Yeah.
You know, I may be misinterpreting that, but it was like,
Yeah, but that's like the corrections officer, you know. He got to turn
when the one inmate, you know.
Yeah, right. Got to deliver some justice. Yeah.
I still laugh, and you know, I brought this up on Fox 2 last night. I still laugh that the spark was those two noted pugilists, Larionov and Forsberg. That was the spark that got it going. It's just so stinking funny because sometimes that's all it takes. You know, you don't need two of the big boys going at it or anything like that, and that's what makes that whole thing just so much fun. Great memories.
Rando, it's South Main Street, 110 South Main Street. I forget our exact address, but you go to 110, you'll see Woodward on the door, man.
Yeah.
Just walk upstairs, bro. Yeah.
We're right
Come
next
say
to
what
a
up.
law firm.
Come say what up.
Radoy Law.
Absolutely, Rando. O'Brien, 81 in the super chat. I hope it wasn't cyberbullying for Claude. I wouldn't think it's that.
Nah,
what that man's endured.
He's a grown man.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
He
No
is a
disrespect.
grown man.
How can I say this?
Yeah. Politely.
We heard some things. There were some financial things going on down there, and I don't know if it'll ever come out, but it doesn't sound like that was it.
Yeah.
But I think you probably, Neil, know some of the same information I know, but I guess there were some shady things going on, not from his perspective, but you know the one thing you have to remember with so many of these guys, and people try to jump in and just like make some money off your name. There's no other. I feel so sorry for Darren in that regard. I've known Darren and been lucky to call him a friend for 2 decades. Okay, and the people that come in and think that they can make a dime off of Darren, that kind of stuff just drives me nuts, and that's why.
And you see it too.
Oh, it's,
you
makes
see
me
it.
sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
I've one of the coolest things Darren ever said to me not that long ago was, "You've never asked me for a damn thing," and I looked at him and I said, "I never will."
Yeah, and Sean,
you're not getting any. I
Sean,
don't want anything from you.
It's funny you brought that up because we play golf at Rackham here in Royal Oak Wednesday, DMAC and I, and we were sitting there waiting on the tee box, and I was like, your name actually came up, and I told him, I said, DMAC, I have a question that I wanted to ask you for 10 years. I said, because I talked to my wife about this. There are a lot of you're friends with a lot of athletes, like I'm friends with a lot of athletes. I think another thing, and I'm not saying that this applies to Claude or anything like that, Sean, they don't have like how we have friends, right? Like normal civilians, like we have friends, dudes we went to high school with, all that kind of, the people we run in the circles with. Like they don't, a lot of them don't have that. Like they do not have that. And I said that to DMAC. I said DMAC, like I feel like the reason we get along so well, and I feel like, and I brought your name up. I said the reason I think that you probably get along with Sean so well is like because we've been on the team planes and we know like the code and we understand how that works and you can separate that, right? Like, private jet Neil flying into UCLA and all that kind of stuff is different. That's not real life to me. You know what I mean? Like that's That's a work thing, and then you separate it, and you come back to the real world. And he said, Neil, exactly. Like Sean gets it. He's been on the planes in the NHL, and you've been on the planes in the NBA and stuff like that. Like, I'm with you. Like, I ask DMAC to sign something every now and then for somebody that asks me to ask him.
Yeah.
And that's it.
No, it's
like I don't want anything from him other than his friendship.
We could bore you for hours.
Hours, yeah.
There are guys. There's one guy in particular. You know what? Sometimes he just, you know what? Hey, dude, you want to grab a beer tonight? Go to a local pub near his house. We have a couple beers. Nothing. We're not getting hammered. We're not we're not picking up chicks. Shit.
No.
Yeah, just
We talk about our kids.
Yeah.
We talk about our
Chopping it
wives.
up, being friends.
Yeah.
All right,
Talk
let's-
about the salary
we'll
cap.
we'll both go like this and watch a hockey game, and then we'll bullshit. Just have a couple beers out at the club. Feel like a human. I can't even say club. It's like cheers. You're just sitting at the bar, and
They don't have. A lot of athletes do not have. Like, it would blow your mind.
No, and he's one of the coolest, funniest guys I've ever met, and. To be honest with you, he was a guy that he'd be the first guy. He hated me about 15 years ago, hated my guts. And you know what? Now we suck down beers. We're not getting hammered. Have a couple beers. Hey, man, nice to see you. Want to do it again next week? Anytime. You know that. We live near each other, and that's the thing that people don't understand. And you have to, for guys like that, they have to have their guard up because there is always somebody
100% they
that's
have to.
looking to suck off of them.
And it
That's just
doesn't.
the
It
way
doesn't matter
is.
the timing.
Yeah.
Like, there are people, and you see like the same people that come around all the time. It's a wild life they live.
Yeah.
And to some degree, like, I'm glad I'm not in it.
Yeah.
Because like, this is hard enough. Like, this
Right.
is difficult enough.
When they figure out who you are, and they figure out that you don't want anything from them, that's when they start offering you
It's a
things.
relief.
And and somebody offered. Now, if I say this, somebody offered me the use of their home, right, legitimately on a vacation, and I said to him, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm ever going to call you and say, hey, man, can I use your house for a week? And he started yelling at me, like, you stupid bleep, this is, and I'm like, that's never going to happen. Because if that happened 10 years ago, you and I aren't friends today.
Right.
You're looking at me like just any other leech. So, yeah, it's weird how that works out.
Oh, good update from Soccer Night in Detroit right here in the Super Chat. The soccer tournament is going on. TST, like the tournament McAfee, hypes up and everything like that.
Yeah.
Detroit City's got a team in it this year. And Detroit City's up 4-0 against Solo FC. So
Good.
there you go. Shout out.
Good.
Thanks for that update, Soccer Night in Detroit. I appreciate it. But yeah. All right, let's take the break. When we come back, we got a lot to pack in here, KG.
Yeah,
we're gonna do it.
We gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
Oh, we're gonna do it. Let's go to Supreme Lending.
All right, let's do it. Chad and Chris, those are our guys at Supreme Lending. Chad stops by the show. He hangs out with us. You guys know what Chad's about, man. And the bottom line is, like, he's a Detroit sports fan like the rest of us, regular old dude that likes to sit around and watch sports, but he happens to know a thing or two about the mortgage game, as a matter of fact. If you guys are looking to refi, if you're looking to buy a home, Chad and Chris, Supreme Lending, they are the move. Give them a call. The numbers are up there on the screen. They can let you know what you're eligible for. There's a whole plethora. You like that word? Plethora. That's only. I was looking for 4 syllables, but anyway. There's a cornucopia of programs out there. Yeah. Cornucopia. That's 5.
Yeah.
That's 8 combined. That averages 4. There you go. Cornucopia of mortgage programs out there that you probably don't even know exist. Chad does. Chris does. And they can help you navigate those waters. Even if you're not buying a home or refinancing now, give them a call. Figure out what's going on so you know the landscape, everybody. Supreme Lending, that's our team here at Woodward. They should be your team. If you mention Woodward Sports, they'll get you up to $500 off of your appraisal when you make the move on your house. Supreme Lending, that's our team.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. Two, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that.
Don't just survive, thrive.
Neil Rule here for All Day IPA from our friends at Founders. 15-year anniversary, as a matter of fact, of All Day IPA. Define the session IPA category, but the fans are what made it last. Citrusy, crisp, and refreshing with a perfectly balanced taste. It's 4.7% ABV. It could go the distance for the entire game. So the next time you're watching the game, making an All Day IPA from Founders, please drink responsibly. Look
And Black Rock.
Yep.
Steak on the stone. You like me, don't you?
Yeah.
Huh? There it is. There's steak on the stone right now. Listen, a lot of big things coming up. Maybe Father's Day, a graduation party, a baby shower, whatever the case may be. Black Rock has everything you need. There is truly something for everybody. Handcrafted cocktails, mocktails, fresh salads, steak burgers, stacked burgers, incredible desserts, and, of course, steak. Look at that. So often when you have a picture, the picture sells itself. Look at that delicious slab of beef. Book your next event today at Black Rock Bar and Grill. To find a location near you, just go to blackrockrestaurants.com.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, hour number 2 of the show flying by here on a Friday. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean, KG. Joey Claude is here. JB Smoove is off. Shout out to Freddie Felt.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
I think he probably talking to Jeff and them in the hallway.
Is
probably.
he?
Yeah, probably.
All right. He brought me a gift. Just to give you a preview.
It's ugly colors.
Beautiful. What do you mean?
Ugly.
Amazing blue, baby.
I don't like the way this is wrapped. All right?
I love it,
I
man.
will say this. All right, here's a game plan, fellas.
Yep.
Tigers,
Okay.
hockey,
All right.
sports business, Howell Highlanders,
Oh,
4
I
down.
love it.
Open Freddie Felt's gift.
Love it. Sounds
Okay.
great. That's a beautiful order.
Okay. So
Let's run it.
let's run it. Hey, let's just get this Tigers one over with
Yeah,
and move
please.
on.
Let's
Yeah.
be.
All
Hey,
right.
sweet game yesterday.
Go ahead, Joey.
Jack Flaherty.
No, you know what?
Yep.
what?
Don't do it. Don't. Please, I'm
stop,
begging
stop,
you. Don't.
stop,
Don't.
Stop. No. He's right.
No, Jack Flaherty is like that.
Yes.
When you score one run, I'm not even addressing that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
Thank you.
Although
Fair
it
enough.
is all right,
Marcel Perez was their only offense yesterday.
okay. One Jack Flaherty thing.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew
Start
it.
laughing. I'm
Last
sorry.
3 starts. Last 3
All
starts.
right, here you go with the last three.
20 strikeouts, no walks.
Where's the rest of that stat line, Neil?
What do you mean?
Didn't he
know
get
what I
one
mean.
late last night?
Intentional. It was an intentional.
What's his ERA at the
How many
last 3
earned
starts,
runs?
Deal?
Well, of the 6 he gave up in Baltimore, only 3 were earned because of the McGonagall double play.
All right.
All right, let's go. All right, cut the shit. Don't do this to Sean.
You did this to Sean.
No, you did this.
All right. First down of the Tigers' 4-down Friday. How much impact will Casey Mize' trade value be now that he has hurt a second time this season?
That's a good question.
A little. I don't think as much as we make it out. Really?
I don't think they're going to trade him.
I don't think so either.
No, because like he's what they want. Like not Amazon bin store, but like distressed to market.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
It's like
not
Moneyball.
not top of market, but pretty good.
You can get him at a good number because of the injuries.
It's like,
right.
It's like Moneyball.
Like $100 million for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like 20 per.
If I had to bet, I would agree with that. If you put me, I don't think he gets traded, but for different reasons. Out of necessity, I think they have to keep him. There's nobody else there unless you want Scott to go shopping, and I don't know if you want Scott to go shopping. I'll be honest with you. Even the biggest, I mean, there's a cult of Scott. There is. All right, it's real. There is a cult of Scott. Even the cult of Scott doesn't want Scott to go shopping. All right? The cult of Scott, everything, their whole existence is predicated on he is the greatest talent evaluator in the history of mankind, and every prospect is going to be great. Ergo, the Tigers are going to be great for years, okay? But even the cult of Scott can't sit back and say, when you look at the guys that he's picked up, it hasn't worked. It hasn't, okay? I mean, trade deadline last year. It
I can't
hasn't
wait
worked.
for this trade deadline.
Boy.
0-4 loading, man.
Boy.
It is. He's 0-3 at his trade deadlines. I don't know. No ifs, ands, or buts.
We gonna
okay?
learn a lot about Scott.
He screwed up the Erod situation. He obviously, we know about the Jack Flaherty trade that blew up in our face, and I think we all know about
We got
last
some
year.
insane players last year.
The Sheriff,
Chris Paddock.
Chaz Morton.
What about 41-year-old Charlie Morton?
It didn't work. You made the team worse. Like legitimately, adding the Sheriff and Chaz made the team worse.
Chaz, I know.
Mr. Weimar, I love Sean Belizean, listener number 6 from back in the 11:30 days.
Thank you. A lot of fun.
Speaking of that, we're
Many
getting Phil
years.
Steele on.
Yes.
Yes, I actually reached out to him.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did put a DM to him, so let's see how quickly Phil reads it. If I have to, I can dig. Do you remember, Neil, we used to have like little books with like numbers and
Yeah, the
stuff like that?
Rolodex, yeah.
Do you remember that? I have I can reach into that. But now you send DMs and stuff. I'm going to pop into his DMs.
Slide in.
Is that what it is?
Wheezy D.
Slide in.
Charlie Morton was good. Good and terrible.
Yeah. It was bad.
All right, next down.
Second down. How big of sellers should the Tigers be this trade deadline?
If it keeps going high, it's going.
You know what? Let's just cut the shit on that. When you say that, how big a sellers, that means trade Scooble. All right?
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
That's it.
Like, that's it.
But
That's
do you,
it.
do
That's
you
all
stop
there is.
at Scooble? That's it?
Well, what else is there to trade?
Of value. Because
For real, what else is there?
Can I say this? You're a moron if you're throwing out. Let's trade Dylan Dingler and let's
No, of course not.
Trade
I would maybe-
Riley
Of
Green.
course not.
You're a moron if you say things like that.
I mean, right.
Casey Mize is the only other name out there.
What about Gleyber Torres?
How much value is for Gleyber Torres?
Dude,
Dude,
know, that's
he's
the
a
thing.
33-year-old guy
let's be
on a
perfectly
$22 million Joey.
Yeah.
Joey, get your shit together.
All
All right?
Yeah, no, but Joey, I like your. This is where your first
Expiring
question.
contract, I
This
thought.
is where your first question comes in. If you believe, and maybe I need to revisit my answer. If you believe that we're growing closer to Scott building the team in his image, then maybe Casey Mize is on the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Maybe he is.
And listen, I know they won't trade Riley Green. I'm just saying you looking at this Scooble situation. Like, you're not going to sign him and you're just going to let him go? Because they don't intend to sign him. It don't seem like that.
If that's the play, if that is the play, then trade him now.
That's what I would do. But I know
'Cause
they
he's
won't. I know they
never-
won't. I'm just bringing it up, but I know
He
they
is
won't
at
do it.
maximum value right now.
Thank you. That's my whole point.
Every day that goes, and KG, you were with me when we did remember I got killed for the if you're not going to sign him, trade him.
Yeah.
Remember I got killed for that?
You did.
Murdered. Because I said if you're not going to sign him, the move is to do it now because he will never be more valuable than he is today.
Thank you. And look at
Riley
the year
Green
he's
will
having.
never be more valuable than he is today in the trade market.
Yeah. And for the record, I do not want to trade him. I'm just seeing where this team direction is going, and it makes sense to do it.
And that was
sooner
my
rather
whole
than later.
thing.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, you're stupid. Why would you want to trade Scoop? I didn't say I want to trade Scoop.
Nobody wants to trade Scoop.
He is the most valuable he will be today. This was 2 years ago.
When you have club control the way that they have control on both those contracts, it just doesn't make sense to do it right now. But if somebody comes a calling and is offering a giant package, minds can be changed. You could change my mind.
Yeah.
If somebody
They
says,
probably won't do it.
If
but
somebody says Riley Green is exactly what my team needs, I think we can make a run with Riley Green. Keyword run.
Yeah.
With Riley Green. That's for you, Neil.
we headed toward a rebuild, bro.
The Tigers in the point, whether we want to admit it or not, and every team should be at this point every day anyway, but the Tigers especially, they should listen to everything.
Thank you.
Everything.
That's my point.
But
everything.
You know what's funny? Going back to the Scooble thing and the Scott Harris thing, Sean, like, and you run in the circles, you probably heard the same things I heard, was they attempted to move him to Baltimore. And Baltimore said no. Yeah, mark me on that, Sean. Like, did you hear those same things? Okay.
Like recently or back the 2 years ago?
The 2 years ago when we said it.
Yep.
They wanted everything. And Baltimore said no.
Yeah.
Okay. In Baltimore, you said no. And you had
Corbin Burns.
Corbin Burns.
Yep,
They
at the time.
had Corbin Burns that year. That was your shot. And you said no because you didn't want to move Jackson Holiday and those guys.
Yeah.
Correct.
To quote Scarface, look at you now, man.
Yeah, no, real
there
shit.
there is, and I forget which national guy it was, but this is going back to 2 years. And once I bring it up, I think everybody will remember it. There was a national guy that said Scott Harris is getting a reputation for asking for the world. Okay, and when that reputation gets around, people don't want to deal with you so much.
Yeah, I get that, but the Baltimore thing, I will cut him a break to some degree because Baltimore was wrong to not do that.
Oh, they should have done that. Oh, gosh,
That was their look.
Yes, yeah.
You ain't,
oh,
like,
gosh,
look,
yes.
Tampa Bay's back now.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know
are.
how, but no one knows how.
They always are.
But they always are.
And they're not. Yeah, so are the Athletics. Somehow I'm so sick of the Moneyball shit because they're never going to win, and that's the same thing goes for Tampa.
Yeah.
But
and Baltimore's cooked now. They're
Yeah.
cooked in that division.
Isn't that-
that was your move? You would have had Burns and you would have had Scooble
Yep.
and YOLO, bro.
Yeah.
You remember? But then again, remember how we were supposed to have Scooble and have Valdez and YOLO, bro?
Funny thing about
I'm
that.
done talking about this. What's next?
Joey.
Sorry.
come on, Joey.
I'm
Pick up the pace,
I'm
Joey.
laughing.
Get it together.
Sean, this one's for you. Wenzel Perez hit 2 home runs in the Angels series.
Okay. All right.
Is he back?
Now, okay. All right. What break do we go to?
All right. We just keep
No, we
rolling.
got one more.
We doubled up, so we can keep rolling.
We got one more.
Oh, you mean there's one better than that one?
No, come on. I did that for Sean.
Sean,
Look at his
can we
face.
move on to the
Yeah,
next?
let's move to the fourth question.
All right. 4th down. How many games does Tarek Skubal start for the Tigers the rest of this season?
That's a good one.
That's a really good
How many
one.
starts
See,
before the
come
trade
on,
deadline?
Don't move on me, Neil. Come
Yeah.
on.
However many starts before the trade deadline. Because he's got to play some games.
But when do they
just
do it?
to-
How many?
All right, so today's what? The 29th.
I got about 2.
Yeah, maybe 2.
Let's say he's back. 3 weeks.
Okay.
I think I'm being really nice. I'll be honest with you. But let's say he's back in 3 weeks. So that takes you June, let's say 20th, 26th, July 3rd, July 9th, July, this is so boring, 15th, July 21st. How about 5 or 6?
Yeah.
I'll say 5 or 6. 5 or 6.
If it's that many, I say around 3 or 4.
I was
Because
going to say 3 or 4.
he
too.
got
I'm
to
being
he got to
very
play
nice
to restore
when
that.
I put it at 3
yeah.
weeks. I am.
He got to
I-
play to
Sean.
restore that confidence to wherever his new contract going to be.
If he rolls in, that first start goes 6 scoreless, they win. You know how this is going to work, right?
No way.
Because they're pot committed.
No way they would do that. No way.
They're pot committed.
Can
Boy.
I tell you what I would do? I would wait until 3:55 because that's when desperation sits in. And I have Toronto on one phone, I have the Padres on the other phone. I have the Yankees over there. And then look at the Mets in the back. And you're going, oh, you're adorable, Mets. Like, poor B back there playing the role of the Mets.
Hey, but Cohen, they give you whatever the hell you want, though.
Come into my bosom, Brendan. That's what I would do. I would literally, I would take advantage. And then what I do is I tell you, Padres, I go, hey, that's a really nice offer, but I'm talking to my friend, the Yankees, right now. and then you go, oh, yeah, well, we'll show the Yankees. And that's what I would do, but then you're playing a little role of chicken. It's easier said than done.
Neil, I have a question about it, just
Yes.
because I don't fully know.
I can't wait.
Could Boris maybe impact this a little bit?
Absolutely.
In terms of
how much he starts, and maybe he tells him to not.
Well, he can just offer advice, and it's up to Scooble whether he
hey,
does.
Joey, can I let you in on a little secret? If I'm Scooble, I'm doing the right thing by me.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know what that means.
Yeah.
Who do
Like
I trust? Me.
That's who. Who put this together? Me. That's who. No, like, and Joey, and he's right to. And I can't wait. I can't wait. Say he rolls out, he has 3 starts, he gives up 1 earned run, and he's like,
do I need to do this?
Boy, you think they hate him now.
So?
Oh, man, boy. Don't let that happen.
And then I will immediately buy the Team USA World Baseball Classic Scooble jersey.
You did promise us that. He promised us that.
I'm buying it.
He's
the
doing
moment he leaves, that's the one I'm getting.
Do you know what I always find funny? The angst for Scott Boras. If I'm a player, I want Scott Boras.
100%.
Oh, God, yes.
The angst against that guy, I'm a stud. I'm calling Scott Boras.
He's doing his job.
He's got so much power.
Period.
People mad at the man for doing his job.
Amen.
Elitely.
Yes.
Sound Kayak, Bourbon Friday at 6 a.m. I mean, I'm not against it.
Seriously. Might as well. What else you doing?
Kind of sets a tempo for the day. It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Now I'm willing to trade Scooble. Okay. Soccer night in Detroit in the super chat. Detroit City beat Solo FC 6-0 in the soccer tournament.
Shout out.
We're gonna talk to Danny
field
Dicchio back on Monday.
Okay.
'cause we had the holiday.
Sweet.
So
Yeah.
Danny will be in Monday 9 a.m. So
All right.
we will be.
Please
doing
tell
it.
me the Tigers is over.
Yes.
All right.
Come on, last Scooble was a good
Okay.
question.
All right. So, like I said, we can keep rolling and just double up again.
Chuck Brewer, Neil, no hitter return game. Then he sits till he's traded.
No, if he throw a no hitter, then yeah, just sit it down, bro. Just sit it
Blimpy,
down.
we need Tony Clark back. His wife's sister would say no, we don't.
That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Who is that, Blimpy?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Good for
I
you.
mean that. Marty Brodeur gives his regards.
So, like I said, we can roll into the next 4 down.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do that.
We
Let's do Sean's hockey.
You want to do hockey? Okay. 4 down, number 1. First down.
This will be quick.
I love how you just throw every now and again. You throw a little bone to me in the corner. Thank you.
All right, Sean, be happy. All right, let's go.
I'm gonna be happy.
First down. Vegas had less wins than the Wings. Does that bother you?
I know it bothers Neil.
In parentheses, in the text he put, it shouldn't.
It does, Sean. It does, and here's why. It's not because of why you think. You want to know why? You want to know why it bothers me?
Yeah.
Because you people, original sin. Oh, we're gonna be in the East. The Bruins and the Maple Leafs.
Such an
and
easy
the
division.
Rangers and Montreal. I want all these original 6 games. I don't have to stay up to watch them play Anaheim. You got what you wanted. Here we are. And now it's the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning.
You're forgetting a team.
What do you mean?
Who else? Who's the other team that you have to be worried about?
I thought I named them all.
Oh,
No.
okay. I just want to make sure.
All the Florida teams, Montreal, all the original 6. This is what you wanted. You wanted this. And don't say you don't, because you go into the shop and you buy that stupid ass original 6 hat with all the logos on it. You do. You do. And I can't stand it. This is what you get. You got this. Yeah, you won more games than Vegas, but you get to play original 6 teams and go to LCA on a Saturday night and watch them play Montreal. You wanted this, you got it. So you know what? I don't feel bad for any of you because you wanted this.
Okay, second down.
I would rather play Calgary all the time.
Can I add a little caveat to this and tell you? No, I just want to say the why, okay? Number one, don't say you weren't warned. I know a guy who sat here with you 2 years ago and said, you guys, be careful what you wish for. The Atlantic Division, it's not even close. It's the toughest division in hockey. Can I tell you what the difference between the Vegas Knights are and the Detroit Red Wings are? And this is something everybody in this town misses. Why do the Red Wings fall apart at the same time every year? Why? Oh, I can't
Because
figure it
Dylan
out.
Larkin plays in some international
Wow,
tournament
I
that
can't
everybody
figure it out.
loves.
Do you know what the Vegas Knights did? When it was playoff time and it was time to win hockey games, they won hockey games. And the Detroit Red Wings have failed years running in March. There.
I can't.
Some of the original 6 merch is pretty fire. I can't lie.
Shut up. You're damn right.
Some of it's fire.
Shut up.
bro. I'm sorry.
It's stupid. There's 6 logos on it. You can't. Nothing with 6 logos on it is fire merchandise. Tammy Chin. I didn't sign up for this division. Tammy Chin, thank you. I feel like Jerry Maguire. Yeah. Tammy, thank you.
Tammy knows what's up. I mean, the people, Neil, we talked about it many times. I said, be careful what you wish for. The Atlantic Division is good right now. Just wait. It didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that Buffalo and Montreal were going in the right direction. It didn't. And here we are.
God hates cowards. Well, we don't have to play those 10:30 playoff games that we aren't in anymore.
Good point.
No, everybody was pissing and moaning about it, right? Give me the Ducks on a Monday night at 10:30, Sean, on HBO Max.
Remember when they played the Kings in 2001? I literally did a post-game show till 6 a.m. And then I was like, where did I go wrong in life? I'm driving home at 6 a.m. going, where did I go wrong in life? I should be happy today. I'm talking about hockey till 6 a.m. I was gassed.
Original 6 merch.
All right.
In the chat, Justin loves Original 6 merch. That way he can root for 6 different teams.
Yeah,
but
in Justice's defense, he just likes merch. If it's merch, he'll buy it. But
Dexter James, somewhere in the Red Wings locker room, the Green Goblin mask is lurking.
yeah,
That's a good chat.
You guys, Detroit Arrow, give me the Sharks, Kings, Ducks, all that ish. There's 4 of us then. The rest of you.
I don't know if I want anything to do with the Sharks and the Ducks right now. The trajectory that they're going.
You'd rather be messing with the Panthers off year?
Oh, wait till next year. The revenge tour is going to be.
Yeah.
There are going to be bodies. There will be. Florida will create bodies.
And this will be the year for New Jersey, surely.
We're getting to that point, aren't we? Yeah.
More.
It's
to quote my friend Sean Belesian, more quickly than we'd like to admit.
It's all coming together.
It is. All right. What's next?
That was only first down. So second down.
Go blow through it.
second period.
Unless there is a miracle, it's looking like a Carolina-Vegas final. Does that grab you?
Can I go
Surprise you?
first because I'm not the expert? It grabs me because I think Carolina is an elite team, and they are my and I apologize to you, my good friend.
No.
I would like to see Carolina win another cup.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
It's been 20 years.
Now, and Vegas is fun. Their home games are fun. Like everybody that's out there, it's fun. That being said, I like hockey, so I'll like that series, but you won't.
You just stole my. I think it's a fascinating series.
That no one will watch.
Nobody will watch. I guess I'll have to stop watching hockey again.
That's it, Sean.
Damn it.
You did this.
I'm done. No, I agree. People are going to kill it. Vegas and Carolina for the Stanley, and it's just a massively intriguing matchup to me. So many storylines in it, but nobody's going to watch it.
Mike Willett in the Super Chat. I grew up on Red Wings in the Western Conference. Those were the best years of my life. No, Mike, where were all you people before? I drew my sword against an oncoming army, and I was alone.
You were alone.
I was dead ass alone. And now all I got was the merch is fire. It's got 6 logos. It's not fire.
Yeah.
You look like a NASCAR driver when you watch Original 6. When you watch Original 6 stuff. Did I read the Soccer Night in Detroit? Detroit City dominated Solo FC 6. No, I did. That's right. Dexter James. We did that one too. All right, next one.
All right, third down. This is in Sean's words. Am I the only one who has watched the playoffs and thought it isn't about the points, but style of play that has worried you about the Wings?
I was late to that party. I'm going to come full disclosure. And until we went to that Ottawa game, and I saw it in person. Everything that you talked about, everything that Spencer talked about. I always, for me, it was we win face-offs 47% of the time. We can't win games because we never have the puck. When we went to that game in Ottawa, that converted me, which consequently is what turned me. I don't want to say I've turned against the prospects. I'm tapping out.
Oh, I get it.
It's all of that. When the puck goes into the corner, we rarely come away with it, even at a less rate than we win faceoffs. How are you going to win, Sean?
I thought the most embarrassing thing in that game, and I brought this up to you guys immediately, if you remember, Neil, was, okay, the shit hits the fan. It's 6 seconds left, and they baited your two best offensive players into taking dumb penalties and taking them off the ice with a draw in the attacking zone. Advantage Ottawa. This is a team that isn't ready physically for the moment and not ready mentally for the moment.
Right.
Because then there's Brady Tkachuk sitting in the penalty box with that dumb Brady Tkachuk smile on his face, knowing he just took off your two biggest offensive weapons. He just did it himself. Hey, good luck with that. You got 6 seconds in the attacking zone, and your two best offensive weapons are off the ice. I watch the style of play, and I just say the Detroit Red Wings are very, 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 very far from that.
Yes. Rando, there's a remote this afternoon. We're in studio, obviously.
Really?
Where's Braylon? Does people know where Braylon?
Mac and Bray are going out. Yeah. They're going out today.
Yeah.
It's in Troy.
Yeah,
They're in Troy.
I hadn't heard about it too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're here in studio, Rando. So like, I didn't, it was business as usual for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah, I know. Braylon's show is remote. I do know that.
They're out someplace. I don't know where.
DM me on social media, Rando.
Yeah, we'll get you in here,
I'll get you
Rando.
set up, man. I'll get you set up 100%.
No need to be emotional, man.
Yeah. Motor City Patriot never wanted to leave the Western Conference. Knew it was going to be bad, and it's been murder. Where were all of you before? My people left me. Next down.
All right, 4th down for the hockey 4-down.
The hockey one's been good.
Is John Gibson the one all next year?
The one all next year.
Yeah. What's my alternative? I do this simple thing,
Sebi.
right? Yeah.
It's Sebi time.
Well, he's coming off a great Calder Cup playoff run.
He was fantastic. Stova.
Oh, that's right. We had a 38-year-old playing goal.
Listen, I don't.
For the AHL team.
I don't think that he can replicate what he did this year, but they're going to give him every opportunity to.
What's he? 34?
He's going to be 34.
He's going to be 34.
Yeah, he's going to be 34.
Do you remember when we were talking about Kenley Jansen?
Yeah. You got left holding the bag.
And I said at some point the music's going to stop.
Mm-hmm. And you ain't got a chair.
And remember what people said to me?
33.
Namely Spenmo.
He's going to be 33.
Oh, you're hating? No, I'm just like, when you're 38, the music stops.
Yeah, normally. Yeah.
Sean, look, and he was a revelation this year. He was incredible this year. We got way more from John Gibson than anyone expected. And you'll be the first to raise your hand.
Oh, my gosh. And you know what? But to your point, at some point in time this season, it was going to happen. What did people say about this guy? Number one, he can't stay healthy. Number two, he isn't number one material, the guy that can carry the load. And you saw late in the season, you saw his play go like that.
And unrealistic expectations.
1,000%.
There was no other alternative.
Oh gosh, but
hey, Cam Talbot's playing in the Estonia tournament.
Oh, great.
Your little Estonia tournament that you love.
I will defy anybody. I think if you're talking about the most valuable players on the Detroit Red Wings, it's Mo Seider and John Gibson in no particular order. And I'm so serious when I say that. And if that isn't a testament to where you are as a franchise right now, I don't know what to tell you.
There you have it.
Amen.
There you have it. Blimpie, Detroit Grand Prix, shout out. Yeah, no, 100%.
Shout out.
Roll out, man.
Such a fun event. If you haven't been down there, go down there. I am not a race fan. Yeah, I honestly at all. I love the vibes on race weekend. I love it.
Yeah.
It's just a good, whether it be Belle Isle, whether it be on the streets of Detroit. It's an event. It's a cool event down there.
It's something. Hockey is best in person. TV doesn't do hockey justice. It doesn't. TV doesn't do racing. When you see an Indy car go from 55 miles an hour to 190,
Yeah.
like that, you're like, damn.
It's incredible.
You got to have an EV to do that stuff, bro. All right, where are we going?
We are going to
Hurry up before this gets to YouTube and everybody goes crazy.
I got you. We are going to go
quicker.
over to Loom, man. And shout out to Loom Cannabis and the good people over there. Listen, summer just got a serious upgrade. Introducing the new Buzzin' Energy drinks from Loom. It's the same smooth THC buzz that you love, now paired with a clean boost of caffeine from green tea extract. Oh, that sounds good. Made with real fruit juice and no artificial sweeteners. Buzzin' Energy is bold in flavor, light in calories, and built for long summer days and even longer nights. Try it in refreshing peach and raspberry lemonade. Crack a can, catch a buzz, and keep the good vibes going. Now available in all of Loom's 40 locations across the great state of Michigan. You also get 30% off your entire order by using code WSN30. We'll be right back.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. Two, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
Stop everything for a second because Gold Crown just went completely overboard in the best way possible. They just dropped the Royal Jesters. Big fan of the Jesters because they are 1.5 grams each and they are quad infused. Keep coated live resin infused THCA diamonds and terpenes all packed into one. That's 4 layers of you are good after this. Michigan made, top tier, no shortcuts. Next time you at the dispo, don't think just ask for the Royal Jesters because if you're going to smoke, you should smoke like royalty.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sean Belizean, KG, Young Joey, our guy Freddie Felt hanging out in studio as well.
Shout out.
The real Buzzcocks, as Neil says, just be patient. Give Stevie another 10 years. For those people, like you people like that, Buzzcock, there is a time now where timelines have to be expedited because, and like, I will say this, and both things can be true. Stevie's under the gun because the first wave of prospects have to hit. They have to. When you walk into an empty situation, I always say, Sean, I never got your thought on this. Steve walked into the door minus 2 years in. Minus 2 years. Because you got to cleanse and scrub the roster to start. It takes 2 years to do that. It does. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
Franz Nielsen, a $36 million contract, is tough to deal with.
It wasn't fair to expect him to replicate what he did at Tampa. Because at Tampa, he had a giant head start.
Oh, yeah, 2 stars.
Hedman wasn't ready for primetime. Stamkos wasn't
And
ready for
they're stars.
primetime. And they're stars. And he didn't have that here.
But
that ran out.
And that's
It
fair.
ran out.
And now the real buzzcock to you, I will say this, right? Like this first wave of prospects, other than, Raymond's obviously an NHL player, a dependable 20-goal guy, right? But they're at a point in their franchise where a 20-goal guy pushing 30 goals, one is not going to save you. If you're going to go that route, you got to do it the Carolina way and have 5 of those.
I think the one thing that his staff is guilty of is overrating their own talent. I don't know how anybody could argue that now. And I know if I said that a year ago, people got mad at me.
Right.
I love Mad.
But-
I love Mad.
No, and I know. And I may have been one of those people because I was going by what I was told.
Yeah.
But the returns are starting to show.
Yeah, they're no, and I think that's fair. I think they've overrated their talent. But Neil, I remember playing his day. I hope you remember it. I sat in here a year ago and I said, you need elite talent. You don't have elite talent.
And they don't.
And I said I would make a pitch for Mitch Marner, even if it meant that why would Mitch
Overpaying.
Marner come here? Why would he come here?
Because you make them.
And
Make it enough.
They need that guy. They do. They need that 100-point scorer who nobody's debating if he's a one center. They need that 50-goal scorer. They need a consistent 40-goal scorer.
Yeah.
They need. They don't have line one guys on this team. I'm sorry, they don't. They have a bunch of top 6 guys, 3 of them to be precise. But if you're going to do that, and I think you said that perfectly, you know what you need? You need 6 top 6 guys, okay?
Correct.
Carolina's a perfect. Sebastian Aho is a damn good player. Nobody's going to call Sebastian Aho a star. And I think you can go Svechnikov, you can go Stankoven, you can go so many guys on the. You don't have stars, but you know what? You've got a lot of depth, and most importantly, they play the system that their coach asks them to play, and that forecheck is one of the most tenacious forechecks I've seen in a long, long time.
Detroit Dabber, viewership was down for the 10:30 games. It was about money, not what the fans wanted, as if they changed conferences because the fans demanded it. LMAO. When do teams listen to the fans? No, Dabber, but all of you were hyped about it. Yeah, all of you were. All of you were. Not old Neil Rule.
Yeah, you're.
Not old Neil Rule.
I get your point. Your point is valid. I'm not pissing on your point.
They
But
didn't
from
do
a
it because of the fans.
From a fan standpoint, you got to trust me. I hosted a hockey show for many years. Everybody and their brother 20 years ago was talking about the desire to be in the East. Everybody.
And Dabber, as if they changed conferences because the fans demanded it. LMAO. Hey, you got an original 6 hat? The 6 logos on it with the NHL logo? I bet you do, bro. I bet you do.
I don't. I don't have any original 6 here.
Thank you.
I bought a nice.
Thank you.
I bought a nice original 6, fake hockey jersey for my son that he loves, but no, I don't have anything.
The only original 6, right? Like at my old house, I had a finished basement. I had it all set up. In my next house, I don't, we did the outside deck with the fireplace and all that stuff instead of the basement. The only original 6 thing I would have is one of those panoramic photos where it had all 6 original 6 arenas.
The arenas.
I would do that out of respect to the game. I would do that. But you guys never mind. We're not doing it again. Okay, let's do this.
You've been in my basement. I have Red Wing shit and Hab shit. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, 100%.
That's it.
Okay, it is time, everybody. Let's do the sports business for KG.
All right.
KG's been through a lot this morning, so we're
Yes.
going to do it for KG, and then we are going to finish up with a Howl Highlanders 4 down.
Word to Terry,
And
man.
also, of course, we have Freddie Felt's gift that we will open as well. An unboxing, everybody. So
love
make
it.
sure you stick around for it. Okay.
All
Let's
right.
go. Sports business.
First down, sports business. The MLB has reportedly proposed a salary cap model to the MLBPA that would come with a $245.3 million ceiling and a $171.2 million floor. What are your thoughts?
We aren't
No
having
way that's
baseball
happening.
next year.
Yeah, that shit is not happening.
But in fairness, if you've listened to some of us, KG, you and I have talked about this for 2 years.
Yeah.
The average person doesn't get it. Like, there will be a work stoppage. The question is how long the work stoppage happens.
Now, from what I heard, the players just wanted a floor. They didn't want a cap. The owners actually wanted a cap and the floor. Did that
Yes.
surprise you?
Here's the deal. I think the players would love that floor.
Of course.
Like,
You don't want to get capped on what you can
Yeah,
earn.
I should have prepared better and had this ready to look at. But I will say this. I just don't understand. You said what was the floor, 172 or whatever?
171.
Miami and Cleveland. Miami has an $80.5 million payroll. Cleveland has an $88 million payroll. Are they going to tack on $90 million in
about it.
payroll?
No.
Think about that.
There are that 171 number. 1/3 of teams. The Athletics, so the Reds, all right, here it is. The Royals are $185 million, they are 18th. The Reds are $149 million and 19th. So like all
35
the
million.
Reds, the A's, Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, Colorado, Minnesota, Washington, St. Louis, Chicago, the Rays, Cleveland, Miami, they all got to get to $171 million. Those owners ain't going for that.
No.
They're not going for that.
No.
They want their TV checks.
Absolutely.
To just keep rolling in. And, hey, come out to the yard. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't care.
Right.
You get my TV check.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. So, like, this is the problem that I talked about before. Usually when you do a labor discussion, a labor problem, like with baseball, it's the owners and it's the players. There are 3 factions in this. You guys like Game of Thrones and all that stupid shit, right? So, like, here's the deal. There are 3 factions here. There's the high-dollar owners, there's the low-dollar owners, and there's the players. So, like, if you can't get 2 on the same page, how are you going to get 3?
Yes.
And they have publicly talked about the fact that you think the Yankees are going to be like, yeah, 245. The Dodgers are going to be like, yeah, 245. No, they're not. No. And the only way that the lower-dollar teams are going to go for it is if the penalties for going over it are so egregious that they get made whole and they make the high-dollar teams pay for them to get to the floor. No one's going for this. Sean, bro, I don't do hope and fear. You want that, go to the flagship or somewhere else for hope and fear. I don't do that. But I am telling you this. There is a fear here, Sean, and you're 100% right.
The most important are the owners unified. If the owners are unified.
And they're not right now.
They're not. They're fractioned.
Yeah.
We're fucked. There's no other.
They got to settle their own fight before they settle the fight with the players.
Yeah, that's if by the end of this season they get in a room like the NHL owners did. That's what I'm basing this on. There were a couple owners, including the one in Detroit, that went kicking and screaming, but they eventually went. If you have a scenario like that, we're gonna miss a considerable amount of baseball, and I hope you're all prepared for it.
No, you have to be ready for that. Blimpie, the Brewers will be nasty with Skubal. I don't know that the Brewers have the prospect package to get Skubal. That the Yankees or the Dodgers. One of the problems for the Tigers is too, there are a couple high market teams that are lacking this year in the standings.
Correct. That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
So the suitors are going to be less than. All right, second down.
All right, bear with me. This is a long one. Second down here. The NBA's Board of Governors has passed a new anti-tanking rule that include expanding the draft lottery from 14 to 16 teams, a regulation zone where the bottom 3 teams get penalized with lessened chances for the number 1 pick. The vote was approved 29-1. Memphis was the only team to vote against it. Your thoughts?
Memphis, huh? Why would that be? Sean, I'm going to think about that for a minute and let you go on. What do you make of this, dude? Because this seems kind of aggressive.
It's very aggressive, but at the same time, I'm not against it. I'm not. I'm not
Really?
against. No, and I'll tell you why. It's blatantly obvious, and in this day and age, and here I am thinking like a fan again. So go ahead and excuse me. In this day and age of load management, now you adding in teams that, for the last 10 games of the year, we are not doing anything to try to win the game and things like that. Something's got to be done. Would you agree with that?
No, I would, but I don't know that this is the move because, and I know why Memphis voted against it.
I can't figure out why.
Well, I'll tell you why, Sean. The Grizzlies have in 2027 the most favorable 2027 first rounder of Cleveland, Minnesota, and Utah. Actually, after they just emptied out the chamber and traded Jaren Jackson Jr. So their first in 2027 cannot be in the top 5 under the new rules. Their pick can't be. That's odd. You see what I mean? Like, I don't understand how you do this shit midstream. Like, teams made trades based on this shit.
Basing it, yeah.
I don't understand how you do it. And I just don't get, like...
Well, it's the good of the league thing. I mean, that's what's the good of the whole? I get that doesn't work for you, but what's the good of the whole?
So, Sean, my other thing about it is, like, why is this not a problem in the NFL? Were the Raiders dipping last year to get number 1?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't. I think they were that bad.
I think they were. Just
I really
garbage.
do. I think they were that bad.
Yeah.
I really, truly
Why
do.
is it different?
I don't know. Is it more games? I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's more games, part of it. And then I think on any given day, a football team has a better chance to win than a basketball team.
There is more, and I know, Neil, the NBA gets a lot of shit for this. There's more of that in the NHL than you can shake a stick at, too.
Correct.
There is.
Yes.
There's more of it that you can shake a stick at. Like, there was a battle when a guy by the name of Lemieux was up, and everybody knew he was the number 1 pick in the world. It was blatantly obvious that there were a couple franchises that were doing everything they could to tank games to be in that position to get Mario Lemieux.
DNCNT, the lottery changes are going to make March and April much more enjoyable. Getting the Kings Pelicans to get out of the relegation zone to the 4 spot will be cinema. That's aggressive, DNC. Kings Pelicans under no circumstances will be, quote, cinema. You know, Sideless in the super chat. Who's going to be the team that 100% would win the World Series if they didn't strike? The Padres, Cubs, and Brewers are my bet. Well, it's after the year. You're going to get this year.
That's what I'm intrigued about. If you're a team like Milwaukee, do you say, F it, this is our last legitimate chance. Let's throw caution to the wind and go for it. Like, go for it right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Daryl the Plumber, shout out in the super chat. Shout out to my daughter Olivia and the Mount Spokane Wildcats softball team. They won the 3A state championship for the first time in school history.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. I love those stories.
Amen to that. Way to go.
Teams that win state championships. More on that, well, not necessarily later. Mike Willette, what time is the Detroit Grand Prix 4 down? We missed out on that one. I'm not going to know.
Yeah.
Not today.
Right. Or this year.
Yeah. But, all right. Anyway, next one.
Sacramento leaders formally unveiled an MLB expansion bid Thursday, with local officials hoping to build on the 3-year interim stay of the A's.
They try to take
Sacramento
the
have a
A's.
shot.
No.
No.
Vegas is getting them. No, it's over.
No, not to get the A's, just to get an expansion team.
Wait, okay, yeah.
You know why this happens?
I think their mind is made up personally, but go on.
Yeah. You know why this happens, right? You know why the MLB does this? So there's another suitor.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
So they can drive up the price for Nashville, for Portland, for wherever. Utah. Where guys, this goes on. And my guess would be, and I don't know this, my guess would be, hey, Sacramento, when you guys take on the A's for 3 years, we're cool with it, provided you do some things for us.
Mm-hmm.
I.e., put together a proposal to get an expansion team. Well, Sacramento's got this sweet deal, Nashville. We're very desirous to be in Nashville. But Sacramento's got this deal. You sure you can't do better than this?
It's brilliant. Legitimately, it's brilliant. No doubt.
That's it, man. Next down.
Fourth down of the sports business. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers want to renovate their stadium, estimated to cost about $1.3 billion, and taxpayers will cover about 2/3 of it. The Tampa Bay Rays are asking for a $1 billion in taxpayer money for their new ballpark in Tampa. Stadiums are pretty expensive in Tampa, huh?
Damn.
KG, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, you got to pay it, but goddamn, no.
Well, no, you give up the Rays. Just give it up.
They ain't giving
Like
it up.
they send him here.
Yeah, just give it up.
Just send them here, right?
We'll
They better
trade
than our team.
Comerica Park. and the Tigers
For
for
the
the
Rays.
Rays, and we'll build a new stadium here. And you
Done.
pick up Comerica Park like a Greenfield Village, Thomas Edison house, and you put it on a trailer, and you take that ish down to I-75.
Roll them on down.
Listen,
Right.
stop it. Stop that. I mean, stop it with
That's
the
hilarious.
Tampa Rays. Like, stop it.
Tropicana next to Ford Field.
This is getting to the point. Remember how absurd the NHL got just digging in their heels and not confessing that hockey in the desert didn't work? This is getting to that point. Just stop it with the Rays. Stop it.
They're winning, Sean. They're in first place.
They aren't making any money. They aren't making. Nobody
They are off
goes to the
TV.
games.
They are off. Sean, going to the games doesn't matter, man.
It doesn't. But no, just stop it.
They go on TV tonight. TV.
That's a great old school thing. Maybe 3 people in the chat know what that reference was. Shout out Mega Man.
Shout out, man. No doubt. Gringo, billionaire taxing people for a new stadium, SMH. Gringo, why would you pay for it
Yeah, what?
when you will?
It
Right.
doesn't. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, but you're wrong.
He's wrong for sure.
All right.
That's life.
This is the one I've been waiting for before we do the Freddie
I
Felt
can't
gift
believe
unboxing.
I did this.
Sean Belizean was kind enough to suggest a Howl Highlanders 4-down. 4 questions.
I suggested nothing of the sort.
You didn't.
4 questions
You were forced.
about the Howl Highlanders.
Word to Terry.
All right, first down. Of the
I got my Highlander hat on.
Do you guys have the logos to put on the screen,
Yes.
by the way? Okay.
Or
Well, I can get them.
All right.
if not, I can show them on my phone.
That'll work out
That's
well.
fine.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, question 1 of the Howl Highlanders. Highlander hockey is budding juggernaut. Will you go to a game with me?
I cordially invite each of you
Really?
to join me at a game. I will make sure my pal, shout out Coach Robertson, I cordially invite you all to join me for a Howell Highlander game this year. Will you accept YRN?
No, I'm not going.
Yeah, well, you know, if I can't get the
What
other
if I buy you a whiskey?
Do they sell them
Yeah,
at the game?
No, but I can buy you one.
Sean, I think
if all the whites ain't going, I ain't going. It's a wrap.
If the good ones ain't
Right.
going.
I'm sorry, it's a wrap. I
JG,
need a
it's like-
co-side of that motherfucker. I
JG,
do.
look, it's like the ghetto pest. I got you.
You sure?
He's
All
with
right.
me. If I say that, you're in. And yeah.
Okay, I feel safer if it
All
was
right,
more
I'm
of y'all,
inviting you guys. I wish
Okay.
that you would go.
If I can make a date work, I will go to the Howl Highlanders hockey game. Joey, will you go?
No, I'm going to be in East Lansing.
All right, fair enough.
You
Okay.
can
All right.
blow down. It's not that far. It's
JB
like a
will
half
go.
hour down the
Sean,
road.
JB
I got
will go,
better
I know.
things to do.
Yeah.
Do you hear that, Coach Robertson? Do you hear that? The kid said he's got better things to do than to watch one of the best teams in the state.
Coach,
I think that's
Coach, what were you
disrespect.
doing?
Even
when
though
you
he'll
were
probably have
19?
players at Michigan State from that team.
Yeah,
Coach, what were you doing when you were 19 in college? Were you going to Howell Highlander
Well-
football games and hockey games?
Actually, knowing Coach Robertson,
He
yes.
probably was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Soccer Night in
Okay,
Detroit
my
in the
bad.
chat.
Shout out Coach Rob.
I'm so happy Alumnify Stadium is privately funded. What say you, Grand Rapids? Yes, Detroit City's new stadium, entirely privately funded.
Oh.
No tax dollars.
All right, second down. Which logo is better, the Block H or the Highlander? Here's the Block H.
Okay.
Do you like that?
Or here's the
No.
Highlander.
I
Oh
love
my
that.
God, this isn't a debate.
Yeah, no.
It's the Highlander.
The Highlander go
Look at
crazy.
that
It do.
hat. Look at him.
I-
You got starting some trouble. You know what? Are you kidding me?
Were they wearing the Block H when they played Bryce?
Sean, what helmets were they wearing?
I don't remember. I'm sorry. He's pissed.
I have a guess.
That's William Wallace, man. He
yeah.
is pissed off.
Dude, we have gotten, and look, I'll tell you guys the reason. I can't remember if we talked about this on the show before. You know the reason why they're going to the block letter, and you see it all across sports, pros,
Yeah.
college, high schools. You know why they do it, right?
Why?
It's cheaper to print on merchandise. Your profit margins are bigger
Oh,
on your
makes sense.
merchandise.
Makes sense.
That makes
Stupid.
sense.
It's dumb as hell, but yeah.
That's
where we at.
The Highlander, like, flexing, leaning in is a gajillion times better
Yeah.
than the block H.
Hey,
There's,
my high
there's some shit's gonna start. Like you see it in the
Put it
picture,
back
like,
up. Put it back up there
like,
again.
yeah, put that up. He's ticked off, man. Look at.
No, I'm gonna throw the
Yeah.
camera back on Joey. Bam.
He's gonna yell freedom right now. Do you see?
Look at that.
Yeah,
he
no,
is
that's
literally
fire.
William Wallace screaming.
It's the
freedom.
green arrow almost is their logo.
Chuck Brewer says a block H. You're wrong.
Nope.
Can we chat poll it? Better
Yeah.
Howl Highlander logo. The block H or the Highlander?
We really doing this right now. But
What?
Where did I go wrong in life?
Let the people
Yeah,
decide.
you guys decide. We're intrigued.
My high
Yes.
school is the Highlanders. We have the same logo.
Which one? The block H?
No, the guy.
The guy leaning
Adams.
in?
Shout out to Rochester, Adams.
Okay, there you go.
By the way, great atmosphere for a high school football game on a Friday night. That is a really cool place to go.
EX27. So the kids in Howell wear kilts and bring swords to the games? That would be badass.
Sometimes
it
they
would
do.
be badass. All right, next down.
They do that at Adams. The girls all wear the kilts. But anyways, third down. Thoughts on KLAA football?
I was running out of things to ask.
I'm sorry. I don't have any thoughts.
Okay,
Like,
John, tell us.
I do know this. The Howell Highlanders football team must be generational. They must be. More on that in a minute.
You know, I'm gonna miss the grand old days. You know, you got Fordson and Belleville and the Livonia schools, and then you go up to Livingston County. It is a diverse, deeper than you think football conference.
How is it diverse?
I didn't know what to put in there. It's diverse, all right? Just take my word for it.
how diverse, Sean?
The Highlander early returns. The Highlander 86% of the vote.
Yeah, come on,
It's
that's-
not close. This
that's
should
not
be our
close.
closest
That's
to
the right
100.
answer.
Yeah.
This should be our closest to 100% that
Yeah.
we've ever gotten. No, it is.
That's pretty good.
I don't even know what the last question was. I was running out of gas.
I'm disappointed we haven't covered a topic yet, but let's see.
Fourth down of the best one we've done of the Howell Highlanders. Belleville Howell 2024.
was for you.
Was it an instant classic?
Some would say it was the most generational football game ever played.
Damn, really? Where Bryce couldn't get the ball back in the last 9 minutes of the game.
Some would say it was the most generational game ever. He had nine passes that
Nine
game.
was the lucky number that game. Couldn't get the ball back in 9
Some-
minutes.
some would say his
Nine
defense couldn't get a
passes.
stop.
He was going to get $9 million
Well,
from Portnoy.
Well, some would say that he should have thrown more than 9 passes the other 3 quarters.
Some would say he would have if he could have been on the field for 9 minutes.
Well,
But-
that was in the 4th quarter.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of an important time to be on the field.
Are we done?
Yes.
Yeah.
please.
Can you open up your present?
All right. Shout out to Freddie Felt, by the way.
Big shout out, man.
Come here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In the meantime, Freddie sent me this. All right, Freddie, you want to like what's the background on this?
So we're coming to a close. I don't need to
Yes.
be long-winded, but you
You got to
And
point at the
Sean.
camera. Put your finger right to the
You.
camera.
and Sean are both generational in my heart.
Okay.
Aw.
Shout out to the Godfather Joey. Met him yesterday.
Yes.
Fine gentleman. The new digs are beautiful.
That's cool.
But I do have one thing with this gift. It's missing something. We need to spruce up the place with some decoration. So to you, the golden voice, I give you this housewarming present.
Gosh.
It also comes with this, Neil, if you look up at the screen. So
Remember those watching at home. Neil loves Michigan.
Basketball.
and this will
All right.
prove something.
All right, let's see
without
what
any
this is.
without
All
any
right,
further
so hold
ado.
on. Let me get the solo shot. There we
All right,
go.
Here we go. All right.
Drum roll.
I love the colors.
Oh, please be what I think it is. Oh, please be what I think it is. Oh, it's a picture. Okay, all right. What we got? What we got? Oh! We got him.
We're sprucing the new place up with a beautiful
Got him!
portrait. Go blue, kiss
Yes!
the ring.
Yes!
Neil called the Natty back in November. It's only fitting. He's rocking the maize and blue as he should. The golden voice.
Got him.
The time where we paid him for 1 hour to wear
The
the hat.
gift that keeps on giving to the new studio.
You know what?
Oh, that's beautiful.
That was a dumb financial agreement.
It was.
All future likeness should have been negotiated in.
Yep.
It should have been.
Factual.
But it
and I
wasn't
didn't
that
do it.
time. We got him.
I still need
We got
alternate
him.
reality
That's a great
Michigan
picture.
basketball announcer Neil Rule for one game only.
One game
I
only.
need an alternate. Of course, Trey McKinney from the corner. Of course. Give us one, please.
No, the National Sports Network. I did a Michigan-Maryland game for the National Sports Network. Isaiah Livers.
Oh,
of course.
wow.
Yep.
Damn.
I did a national
Throwback.
Michigan broadcast.
Okay.
Yeah, I did 100%.
So where are we
Jeez,
hanging
okay.
it? Where's it going
that's
in the
gotta
studio?
go up in a prominent
At least he got
spot.
a good picture. That's a good picture.
That is a good picture. You did well right there.
That's
Photogenic.
awesome. That is great.
You
Yes.
are photogenic.
Yeah.
We gotta find somewhere
Never
to put
gonna
that
catch
here.
me doing something like that. I'm just telling you that right now. So good for you.
That is
The
great.
worst $30 I ever earned in my life.
Never in a you. No
I almost
way,
printed
no
it on
how.
a canvas for $90, but I thought that was overkill.
Canvas.
$90
You
for a
should
gag
have.
gift.
You
is
should have had an
wild.
artist stencil it. Yeah,
Right.
I'll just give you a bottle of bourbon. Like,
that's even better. All right, that's enough.
Oh, that's great.
go blue.
Go blue, baby. Neo knows.
Okay.
Have we
Have
done
a great weekend.
We've done enough here.
Have a generational weekend, everybody. For Sean Belizean, KG, Joey Claude, Freddie Felt, our guy, I'm Neil Roll. Thanks for tapping in. Well, see you later.
I'm gonna look at that picture.